Yo, JD here. And as you can see, we are on something very different here today. And this is Automobilista 2. A game that a lot of people have been encouraging me to download and play for a very long time now. And I've had a few people say that this is probably one of the most realistic sims you can actually buy. So I thought, why not actually give it a try today? And you can see the cars we have here is the Formula Ultimate Gen 2, which is also the F122 car. There is a mod on Race Department where you can download deliveries of the actual F1 teams, which I tried to do but failed miserably. And as usual, when I first go into a new game, I'm an absolute noob in terms of doing the settings and everything at all. So please, anyone with experience in this game, please comment down below what you think I can improve or what you think I should try next for future videos. But yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. Obviously in the cockpit cam, because I think it would be a bit of an insult if you didn't do that for a simulation game such as this. And I need to be careful of the word game, because I also think that's a bit of an insult to call this a game. It's really anything but it. Yeah, you will hear my thoughts towards the end of this video and throughout this video, but I can pretty much just say straight away is wow. I can't believe I didn't play this sooner. And we're at Imola here today in the F122 car. I haven't loaded in a setup or anything at all and activated the ERS. Just get used to it, and straight away you can see there's quite a big smile on my face. And now I've done quite a few Assetto Corsa videos now, and yeah, this is, I think I'm quite comfortable to say, is just another level in terms of the realism, the force feedback. And no, I say realism, I haven't driven a real F1 car, so I don't know exactly what it feels like, but I don't think I've ever played a game that has actually made me scared to drive a little bit, and quite nervous to go under power as well. And obviously we can't experience the G-forces here, and you can see just the effects that this game has as well, where it's kind of blurring the vision in the wheel and focusing more on the background. There are so many options that you can do with this, and just the feeling I'm getting through the force feedback for the wheel. I said that in my Assetto Corsa video, this is where it's worth the money for a direct drive, because to feel this level of detail, it's just absolutely incredible. It really, really is. You can see how strong the force feedback actually is. But people who make games like this with this level of force feedback, if only we had this on the Formula 1 games. And I know those games are simcade and it is tailored towards more of the mass market, but just to have a little bit more connectivity to the car, why not get someone like this who makes these games, or Assetto Corsa, to help assist with the force feedback? Because it would just completely transform your experience. It would, I think it'd bring a lot more people into the game as well. And yeah, straight away just driving this, very similar to when we've driven the F1 car on the Assetto Corsa, we're just having so much fun. And it's just, I really can't describe it. And honestly, I'm a bit speechless after playing this, which I don't think I really have ever gotten. I don't think this video will do it justice, but I really encourage you to buy this game. It comes with the game, so you don't have to buy DLC or anything at all to experience this F122 car. But this is the closest that I've ever felt to feel like driving a real car on a video game. Plain and simple. And now I paid iRacing, I paid R Factor, I paid Assetto Corsa, I played ACC, Assetto Corsa, Competizione. I know I'm saying that absolutely terribly, but just through this, it's just absolutely surreal. Just the detail you get through the wheel, and I didn't think that was possible. And if you compare it to what my wheel feels like when I'm playing F1 22, it's a joke, to be honest. It's absolutely nuts. And as I said, I know those games, the official F1 games, need to cater to the mass audience, and I understand that, but there needs to be so much better force feedback than there is on those games. And EA and Codemasters, especially EA, they probably have so much more financial resources than companies who make this game, or might be wrong, but yeah, just maybe having assistance from the companies such as this, I think it would just absolutely transform the F1 experience. And I honestly just felt scared when I was driving around here. The sense of speed, I know the field of view is probably terrible at the moment, but just the feeling, the weight you have through the steering wheel of your tyres, every single bump. Going on the traction is definitely harder than it is on the Assetto Corsa, so you can still lose the car. And also through the pedals as well, my V3 pedals, the Fanatec V3 pedals I have, they actually have a rumble effect on this game, which I've never had on any others, where the more I go down the power, the more it kind of vibrates. Same with the brake as well, and that's a feature that's actually been unlocked when playing this game. And you can even just see through the visuals, like, we haven't even turned it up that high. I think we've got it pretty much on medium settings at the moment, because this is my first time playing the game and I didn't want to get screen freezes. But yeah, it's absolutely surreal. And I think if you played this game in VR, then apart from not being able to experience the G-force or the wind or anything such as that, then it would be almost as close as you can get, I think, to what it's like driving a real life car. And yeah, this is really just my first experience playing this, and yeah, I was just completely blown away. I really was. And it's very easy to just install as well. Going to the game, the interface is quite simple, although there's a ton of options. It's just very plug in and play. It hadn't even changed the full feedback settings from Assetto Corsa or when I play on F1 22, and they just worked absolutely great. And right here now, we're just trying our best to get used to this machine around here. And I probably chose a little bit of a more difficult track than I could have selected, but Imola is always a very intense experience, and I really wanted to kind of go in the deep end to experience that. And so we're not even activating the DRS, which is what that little beep sound was as well. But yeah, it is just an absolutely incredible experience, and it just felt very hard to drive as well. So it wasn't so much being on the traction, but just having the weight of the tyres through your hand. And yeah, it just felt like it was just an absolute machine to hold on to the car. And no, unlike F1 22, can't run in high curbs. You can't run in high gears in this game, and can't run on the curbs either, because if you do run on the curb, which we're about to do now, kind of feels like you're on a Tony Hawk skateboard game where you just go completely bottom out and straight on. You can't drive in high gears or go on the curbs aggressively in this game, because it will punish you. And again, it's an insult to call this a game, because it's a simulation. And I think it's probably, for me so far, it's been the most well-rounded simulation game I've played. Because of iRacing, I think iRacing is also really good. The brakes seem a bit twitchy on there. Assetto Corsa is really good as well, but feels a little bit more towards a little bit more of an it's not an arcade, but more towards arcade. But this is just absolutely hardcore. And you can see now we're lowering the fuel, and we're going to activate DRS, which is what you'll see as we come off this last corner. So in the bottom right hand side, see we've activated the DRS, it's gone up in green. And yeah, we're just going to do a few laps here, just to see how fast we can go. And the world record is, I think, a 15 around this circuit on the leaderboard. And yeah, we're just going to do our best to get close to that. Don't think we're using the full potential of the ERS deployment either, because I hadn't configured that. So I'm only using the DRS. I haven't got really a proper setup, I don't think. It's pretty much almost on default. Well, I didn't change really anything at all apart from that small tweak to the roll bar. So I think I could load in a faster setup as well. But I was just really just loving this experience. And when you feel so connected to the car, it does get addictive. And when you have to drive it in probably more of a realistic way than we do in the F1 games. And the thing I love about these games the most is, I've said it many times before, you can actually react to the car stepping away from you, because you can actually feel it before it even happens. And this is something what real drivers talk about in real F1. Whereas in games such as Codemasters and the F1 games, you have to react to what you see on the screen. You can't feel it coming, and quite often it's actually too late for you to react to it. So it's a very different muscle memory at play. And again, I understand the official F1 games have to cater to that casual audience, but I think just taking a little bit of inspiration from games such as this, where it doesn't have to be a full sim, but add a bit more of a realism and a bit more of a skill factor, like we had at the start of the game on F1 22. Having a bit more of that, I honestly think they'll increase the number of people wanting to play it, because at the end of the day, it's the official Formula 1 game. It should be, at least similar to it, at the very, very least. But yeah, I can't really say enough good things about this. Obviously, I'm going to play this game a lot more. It's got an online as well, so I'll definitely be doing that. And again, anyone who does play this game on the regular, please post down below some advice really on the game, what you think I should look into or what should I improve. And please just let me know your thoughts on what you think the official F1 games, what direction do you think they should go in the future? Do you think they should go towards a bit more of a simulation, a little bit more, or do you think they should just keep what they have but just focus on fixing the fundamentals? Because I was watching F1 esports yesterday, and it's on again today. Just having the audio glitch when you're watching it, I feel for the official F1 game, games such as this really do show it up. And I think EA and Codemasters are on quite a long contract with F1 in terms of their rights to develop the game. But honestly, games such as this, and the people who make Assetto Corsa or ACC or even iRacing, when that contract's up, then I would love for those guys to either fully develop it themselves, or at least assist with EA in developing it, where it doesn't need to be a full sim, but just this feeling of how you're connected to the car, I just can't describe it. And it was just absolutely surreal in the experience. And you can see we were doing, I think, what we were doing for the first few laps. I couldn't even go around a lap because I just didn't know where the limit was. But as you can see, we're improving over time. Spent about half an hour doing this, and it shows how much you can improve once you do start to get that muscle memory down. Making sure we avoid these curves, because on F1 22 you can do that, but on this game you definitely can't do that. Otherwise you will be bottoming out. And this lap was a fairly good one, as we're coming into here now, going into the chicane, doing that quite nicely, being very smooth on the power. So traction isn't so much of an issue, but it's just about how much grip and how much speed you can take for the corner, and the wheel is always wanting to rip out of your hands. But as you're coming through into here, managing to navigate that quite nicely. And I think this is going to be my fastest lap that I actually ended up doing. So on the lap previous, we got caught on the curb going to the last corner. This time we made a big improvement, and now it's going to be I think that is an 18 that we did in the end. And yeah, as we attempted to do a few more other apps, but I think in the end it was a low 18 that we did. And yeah, just let me know what you think of this game, seeing this, and if you've played this game before, what you think the direction of the future F1 games should be. Yeah, this is I just can't believe I haven't played it soon. You can see as we get caught on that cup here now. Yeah, if you go on the cup too much, it will just bottom out, and then this is what happens. So yeah, just an unbelievable experience. Honestly, I'm pretty speechless after playing this. It was just absolutely insane. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want me to continue doing content on this, what you'd recommend, or what other games should I be focusing on as well. Because yeah, I think I have quite a big motivation now to try out other games, other sims, and see what they can offer as well. Because I think games like this definitely need to have a lot more recognition. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you very, very soon. Peace.